Section 51 of the Fables of Pilpay. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Fables of Pilpay by Anonymous. Translated by Abdullah Ibn al-Muqaffa and Joseph Harris. Section 51. Fable 2. The origin of the hatred between the ravens and the owls. It once happened that, in the neighborhood of this our delightful habitation, a flight of birds assembled to choose themselves a king, and every different species among them put in his pretensions to the crown. At length, however, there were several that gave their voices for the owl, because Minerva, the goddess of wisdom, had made choice of the owl for her peculiar bird. But a vast number of others, being strenuous in their resolution never to obey so deformed a creature, the diet broke up, and they fell one upon another with so much fury that several on all sides were slain. The fight, however, probably would have lasted longer than it did, had not a certain bird, in order to part them, bethought himself of crying out to the combatants, "No more civil wars! Why do you spill one another's blood in vain? Here is a raven coming. Let us all agree to make him our judge and arbitrator. He is a person of judgment, and whose years have gained him experience." The birds unanimously consented to this, and when the raven arrived, and had informed himself of the occasion of the quarrel, he thus delivered himself. "Are you such fools and madmen, gentlemen," says he, "to choose for your king a bird that draws after him nothing but misfortune? Will you set up a fly instead of a griffin? Why do you not rather make choice of a falcon, who is eminent for his courage and agility, or else a peacock, who treads with a majestic gait, and carries a train of starry eyes in his tail? Why do you not rather raise an eagle to the throne, who is the emblem of royalty? Or lastly, a griffin, who only by the motion and noise of his wings makes the mountains tremble? But though there were no such birds as these that I have named in the world, surely it were better for you to live without a king, than subject yourselves to such a horrid creature as an owl. For though he has the physiognomy of a cat, he has no wit, and, which is yet more insupportable, notwithstanding that he is so abominably ugly, he is as proud as a fine lady at a public feast, and which ought, if possible, to render him yet more despicable in our eyes, he hates the light of that magnificent body that enlivens all nature. Therefore, gentlemen, lay aside a design so prejudicial to your honor. Proceed to the election of another king, and do nothing that you may be sure to repent of afterwards. Choose a king that may comfort you in your distresses, and remember the story of the rabbit, who, calling himself the moon's ambassador, expelled the elephants out of his country. End of section 51.